clips you just watched were found, cut, captioned, and edited without me ever watching the raw footage. All I did was paste one link into Claude, and it handed me back finished, ready to post clips while I wasn't even at my desk.
It's like we were in grand finals, we got second place in FNCS. There was one game where like, I wasn't playing right.
By the end of this video, it'll be doing the exact same thing for you, because I've packed this entire workflow into 2 Claude skills, and I'm giving both of them away for free. Before we start clipping, we have to know why we're clipping and who we're clipping for. Because the mistake that buries most beginners isn't bad editing. It's cutting clips that nobody ever asked for. So today, every clip we make will already have a campaign paying for it. We'll be finding that campaign on a site called Whop. But there are hundreds of campaigns on there, and picking the wrong one means clipping for days and walking away with nothing. So later in this video, I'll show you exactly how I pick mine. Now, everything today runs through a platform called Higgsfield, and I specifically like it for this kind of workflow because it plugs straight into Claude, and its clipping tools are what turn our link into finished clips. So from the podcast link to the final result, we never leave the chat. If you want to run this exact workflow yourself, the link to Higgsfield is in the description below, along with both free skills. Let's get into it. So before Claude touches a single frame, let's answer where the money is actually coming from. Whop has a page called Content Rewards. Think of it as a marketplace where creators and brands throw thousands of dollars into a pool and pay clippers like us to turn their long-form content into shorts. Each campaign pays out a set amount for every 1,000 views our clips pull in. We just clip, post, and take our slice of the budget. But with hundreds of campaigns live at once, this page is exactly where most clippers throw their time away. So here's how we pick ours. We'll sort every campaign by most paid out, because that instantly shows us where money is actually flowing, instead of the ones that just look pretty on the surface. Then, we'll only keep the ones with plenty of budget left to claim, because if a campaign's pool is nearly drained, it could run dry before our clips even go live. And once we've found our campaign, there's one hidden pitfall left: the brief. Every campaign has its own rules. Required hashtags, banned platforms, caption styles. Miss a single one and our clip gets rejected no matter how many views it pulls. So we'll take our time here and read it twice. Because 5 minutes with the brief is cheaper than a week of clips that never get paid. That brief is about to control every single clip we make from here. It even points us to the exact content we're allowed to clip. And that's exactly where we grab our link. For today, ours leads to a podcast episode with Clicks, one of the biggest Fortnite players in the world. So with our link copied, let's hand it over to Claude. Now inside Claude, this entire workflow runs on a skill. Think of it as a recipe card that Claude reads before it starts cooking. It lays out exactly which tools to grab from Higgsfield, what order to run them in, and what to hand us back at the end. I've already written this recipe for us, so all we have to do is use it. We'll type /whop-clipper, paste in our podcast link, and give it 3 quick settings: 15 clips, 9:16, and Bebas Noi for the caption font. And we're asking for 15 clips on purpose, because clipping is a volume game, and the clippers actually making money aren't posting one perfect clip a week. They're posting a batch every single day. Before Claude spends anything, it checks our Higgsfield balance first, so a big run never catches us off guard. Then it sends our order over to Higgsfield and hands us back a tracking number. We'll save that number somewhere safe because it's our only way back to our clips if we ever close the chat. And here's a quirk worth knowing. Claude doesn't sit there watching the job. The finished clips just appear in the player on their own. So after 10 to 15 minutes, we'll send it a quick message and it pulls every finished clip for us. Just like that, one link became 15 edited clips, but when I opened the player, not all of them survived the trip. Now, the broken ones aren't the real problem. Those are easy to spot. The real problem was hiding in one of the good ones, and I only caught it with an accidental glance. We'll get to it later. First, let's clear out the clips that didn't survive. So out of our 15 clips, 9 came back ready to use, and every single one of the other 6 failed for the exact same reason. You see, the clipper follows whoever's talking and keeps them centered in the vertical frame. But in these 6, it lost the speaker mid-sentence, leaving us staring at the empty space between 2 people while the conversation kept going. Now, these clips aren't worth saving, so we'll simply flick through the player, and any clip where the camera drifts away from the speaker, we leave right there. The 9 that pass, we save. And those are the only ones moving moving forward with us. Because remember, this is a volume game, and 9 finished clips from one link is a trade we'll take every single day. Especially at this price, the entire run cost us about 1,700 credits, which works out to just under 200 for every clip we kept. Now, our 9 survivors look clean, but they all share the same weakness. They're static talking heads, and so is every other clip fighting for this exact campaign. So how do we stand out when we're posting the same moments as everyone else? That's exactly what our second skill is built for. But before we switch it on, we should know what we're adding. B-roll is the footage that shows what's being said instead of who's saying it. Think of it as the illustrations to their story. To lay it down, we'll type /clip-brawl just like before. Then we'll download the clips we want to post and drop them into the chat one at a time. For our first one, I went with a clip where Clix talks about his friend buying a brand new Ferrari just to scare himself into working harder. And the moment it lands, Claude gets to work. It watches the entire clip on its own, reads the captions frame by frame, and works out exactly what the clip is actually about. Then it splits our video in half. Clix stays on top, still talking, and underneath him, Claude lays down footage that matches every word. So, while he's describing the Ferrari, we're watching one roll across the bottom of our screen.
I just bought a brand new 2025 SF90 Ferrari, and that was 650 or something.
And this layout isn't just for looks. It's the exact format the biggest podcast pages use, because 2 moving layers hold attention way longer than one talking head ever could. That's also the entire advantage of this workflow. Most clipping tools stop at captions and hand everyone the same static clip. Ours keeps going and hands us the version people actually stop scrolling for, so we'll run our remaining clips through the same command, one by one. And with our batch fully stacked, these clips look ready to upload. Or at least, that's what I thought, right before I caught the mistake I mentioned earlier. Because while one of these clips was playing, I glanced over at the screen at the exact right second. It's a clip of Clix talking about his own icon skin, and the captions spell his name as Click. The name of the guy this entire podcast is about wrong in bold letters. Every other word in the batch is perfect, and that's exactly what makes this dangerous. You see, the clipper writes down what it hears. So names, brands, and usernames come out as whatever normal words sound closest. And posting a clip that misspells the exact person we're clipping is the fastest way to look like a bot account. So before anything goes live, we'll give every clip one slow watch, reading the captions out loud and checking every name against the campaign brief, 30 seconds per clip. And it's the difference between looking like a fan page and looking like spam. And just like that, our clips are checked, stacked, and ready for their campaign. Everything we just built ran on 2 things: Higgsfield, which took one link and handed us back 15 edited captioned clips, and our 2 Claude skills, which tied the whole pipeline together from picking the moments to laying down the B-roll. So if you want to run this exact workflow yourself, both skills are in the description below, along with a link to Higgsfield. And now you know how to turn Claude into your own personal clipper. But if you don't have a Claude subscription, you're not locked out of this, because there's a way to run a full Whop clipping workflow using nothing but Higgsfield. Fortunately, I just made a complete breakdown showing exactly how it works. Just click the video on screen now, and I'll see you there.